Welcome back again, my fellow developers. Now it's time to actually work on some of the pages inside the admin dashboard. And the first one is going to be the categories page. So inside the dashboard and then inside the admin folder, I'm going to create a new one. Let's call this categories like this. And let's create the page inside. So page.tsx, and then we're going to go RFC inside. And let's call this admin like this, admin. And then we can call this categories page like this, and then let me remove the imports here, it's not needed. We can go admin categories page like this, and let's actually see that on action on our browser. So all I'm gonna do is go back to our browser, and you will see now the admin categories page is available. So refresh, it's available. Go back to the dashboard. Now I'm inside the admin dashboard. Go back now to categories, and it is here. So after creating the page, now we have to actually create the schema for the category model, because it's necessary to continue. So I'm just gonna go back now to my Prisma folder. Then inside the schema.prisma, I'm just gonna create another model. So let's go model, and let's call this category. So category, and inside of here, first of all, as usual, we need the ID. So you can just copy paste that, it's very important. Also the create and update that, they are always the same. And now the properties that are different, like the name of the category, which is going to be a string, and then also which is the same user, but that's fine. And then after that, we're going to also have an image. So our category is going to have an image. So I'm just going to add the string. It's going to be as a string directly there. And then also it's going to have a URL for it. So we can just go URL, and then also it's going to be a string. Now we just type it. Do we want to? We're going to format it later, even though they're not on the same like horizontal or vertical line. We're just going to make sure that we format it later, and that's going to just make it formatted for us. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to make, which is featured. And featured, just simply, if this category is featured, that means it's going to be showing in the home page, for example. So we're going to need to add that property, which is called featured. And this one is also just going to be a boolean, so it's going to be either true or false, and by default it's going to be false. Okay, that's it. And this is for the model category. Also going to take some subcategories later, but we haven't specified that. But we need to add now the relation between the category and our actual store, and we didn't create that store first, because a certain category should actually, this one is going to be global, so no need even for the store. Now we can actually continue without doing anything else right now. That's cool. We can actually create that. I'm just going to add a space between them here, and what I'm going to do is now format. So to format, you just got to go ban, and then Prisma, and then format, and then click enter. And this one is just simply going to format it for us. So now, as you can see, they are on the same vertical line right here. So now we have to actually create a category just to test this, but we need to create the pages for that, and we're going to do it directly in our front end. So what I'm going to do now, go back to our pages. This is for like showing all the categories, which is going to be like a certain table right here that shows every category. But now we need another page, which we're going to use to create the category. So to do that, inside our categories, I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it new. And inside this one is going to be page.tsx. So now when I want to create a category, it's going to be /dashboard /admin /categories, then /new. And in that page, we're just going to call it like this, and we can call this admin new category page. Okay, like this. New category, sorry, category, it's written over the Y here. Don't mind me, I haven't slept since last year. So for here, it's just going to be with 4. I'm not joking. So with 4 right here. So this is the admin new category page. And now if I go back to my browser, and then I'm going to go categories, then /new this way, and click enter. So now we are at that page. So if I go back right here, let's call this new category like this, and go back. This is the new category, and right here we should have like a certain form that we can use to create our category. So to do that, we need like a form, as I told you. So let me just see what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go back now. So inside dashboard, let me close everything right here. Go back to our components, and then inside the dashboard here, we're gonna create a new folder. Let's call this forms. We're gonna have our forms for the dashboard, and we're gonna have now a file, and let's call it category, and then details. Okay, so we're gonna go category details, because also we can update a category, but Let me just say, if we want to update a category, we're gonna have it in an on page or just have it directly with the table. I feel like I'm gonna do it directly on the table, and also creating is gonna be available in the new page, but also you can update it just from the table. We're gonna have a model that, like, when you click edit, it's just gonna, or add, it's gonna open that model for you, and you can create the category there, or you can just go to the other page if you want to do it this way. So I'm just gonna add this component right here. So category details here. So I'm just gonna call this category details. So I'm just gonna go, it's gonna have an interface. So I'm just gonna go interface. So this one is gonna take the category details. So if it does exist, this form will be used to edit the category, but if no details exist for that category, we will create a new one. So let's call this category details props, for example. And this one, what it's gonna take, it's gonna take data, and this data is optional because we need the form maybe just to create, and the type of the data is gonna be category, which we can get from the Prisma. I don't know why it's the same thing, it doesn't give us that, but you know, we just do it our way here. I'm just gonna add this comment here, which is gonna be the Prisma model here, model. I'm just gonna go import and then category from, and then we're gonna go at Prisma /client, and we'll be able to get that. But it doesn't, oh sorry, I forgot something. It doesn't get us because we actually didn't add the changes. So to add the changes, we're just gonna go ban and then Prisma, ban and then Prisma and then generate. We have to add the changes to our application, so now we can actually do that. But we have also to push these changes to our database. So as I told you, in ban Prisma and then db push to add the changes for the schema also to our database. So now everything is in sync, and now we have the category right here. So let's create the component. So const, and then we call this category details, and this one is gonna have fc from React, and this one is gonna take the details prop, and just simply now gonna return an arrow function. Sorry, what am I doing? Equal here, and we just need to return a div here. I need to export this, so export and then default and then the category details like this. So now the props right here, we can extract the data right here this way. So now we have done the first thing. So let me actually add this in the new page. We can just go, instead of the new category, we're just gonna return that component. And because this is the new page, this means this page is gonna be used to create a new category. We're not gonna pass any data. But if this page was for actually editing, we will pass the existing data for the category there.